Greetings, world. Welcome to another Mental Rolodeck live. Today's topic. Anyone, anyone. What is today's topic? Let me stop. Worldviews of the African American. Greetings, King.
What up?
Greetings, gratitude.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Christmas is every day.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when we say worldviews of the African American, what comes to mind? Mr. Brooks, you wanna start it off because you've been
Now,
anticipating.
I would like to build off of what you guys say because everybody got their own whatchamacallit. But first, I want to say, I just want to say this before we jump into that. Um, Actually, I made a post yesterday about this, and then I see everybody jumping on the wave. Um, I just want to say, rest in peace, Chad, what's his name? Chadwick Boseman. What's his name?
Yo, my
Yeah,
youth, if I got mess up the man name, don't
I'm not
don't
Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, Black Panther. Yeah, and one thing I want to say, I said my post yesterday was, I would never wait until somebody's no longer here for me to say I acknowledge you. That means everybody here that's on this live right now. I just want to say, I don't know, Kanye, what's his name, Kanye? Yes, man. I don't
call
know.
him Baba. Call
Yeah,
him Baba.
Baba. But I just want to say I acknowledge you as a black man. I don't know if I'm a hole in a donut, but just off the strength of you black, I acknowledge you. And I would never wait till you pass for me to say that I acknowledge you. It doesn't matter what you do, I acknowledge you as a person. I just wanted to put that out
Likewise,
there.
likewise,
Your
likewise.
presence being here means a lot.
Uh,
What you say, worldviews and African American? I'm not even African American. I would just say I'm Jamaican. Wherever I'm from, that's where I'm gonna rep. But the system got you labeled as your on the application as an African American. And my views on that, that's just another way of white people categorizing. That's what they do. They label, they categorize. If you look on the application, you see like white, black, black with Spanish and whatever, and then Caucasian, all of that extra stuff. Is that to me is just another way to separate people with races and stuff like that.
Okay.
If I had to start off, when it comes to African American or whatever culture you are, whatever you feel like you are, I guess that's what in your mind you is, but to the system, you're considered an African American.
Okay. Um, okay. To piggyback on that notation, I would say one, I am not black. My shirt is black.
Uh-huh.
Two, why would I label myself as continents? You got the coming together of two continents. That's not even feasible. Africa and America. Like where they do that at. And I feel when you say Europeans or Caucasians or whatever verse labels, I feel like they do labels when they aim to hide something. I look at myself as an aboriginal.
Yeah, but you're right. Your shirt is black. If you look at my complexion, I would fall like more like on a brown. Like all you guys
copper.
look brown. Like what is black? Your shirt is black. If you look up colors and stuff like that, I mean, you ain't gotta be a rocket scientist, but that's just how the white man name and categorize people. You're not
Okay.
black. You're brown actually. Like if you look at the color of your skin, like we would probably fall under more like a I would say like I'm a caramel. You look caramel. You look caramel, but that's just how this that's just how the system
you're,
label us.
you're still playing the crayon game, and you're still giving yourself a disjustice. And the reason why you're giving yourself disjustice because upon further research, that research would show you that black means you're colorless, and black owns, like, black have actually no right in law. That's why they can kill you and get away with it or get paid leave and so on and so forth. We have to find out who we really are and stop letting a stranger tell you who you are, basically. And that's just it is what it is.
Okay, they kill us because we're cowards. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Plain and simple. We're cowards. Like when somebody's afraid to do something, basically they're a coward. Like check this out. You got all these factions of gangs in Chicago and I'm not saying this as a diss to nobody. It's just this is just what it is. Um we got all these different factions of gangs and stuff like that, right? And who they killed? They killed, I mean, killing overall is wrong, right? So let's just be clear on that. But our own will lift a gun to kill us, but the oppressor will never. We never have no strength for them. We
Oh, I'm
just
about to
the white
get you.
men. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They just come, do whatever they want to do, and then just move on with their day. And the things them that I really want to say, I can't even say it because if I say it, I'm probably going to get in trouble. But I'm just going to say it in a very nice way. We don't act on when they kill us in so much words. It's like if the Jews got a problem, they fix it within their community. If the Chinese got a problem, they fix it within their community. If the Italians got a problem, they fix it in their community. When we have a problem, they publicize it and they say, "Oh, look at the black people. Look at what they're doing. This is why. This is this, that, and the third." You know what I'm saying? But we don't know anything when it comes towards unity, building each other, helping each other, communicating with each other, and respecting each other. If you look at the LGBT, right? They have a community. They will never lift a gun or so to kill a person that's gay. They will never do that. The people that they kill are specifically people like me and you. That's who they kill. You know what I'm saying? Like if a guy would have came out, if that guy that was in the car the other day, and he came out and he was like, "Oh, why you guys are bothering us?" or something like that, their approach would have been different because they're they have a fear for that community. If you notice, the LGBT could come out and say, "Oh, change your masculine, change the thing on the pad or whatever," right? And they will listen
Mhm.
to them because they have a stronger voice, right? We don't have that kind of voice. We
Can I
just
tell you? Can I interject and tell you that
sure, sure, sure.
what you just said is a stereotypical view?
You
And
could look at you could
no,
look
no,
at
no,
it as
no. I'm going off with the facts because I can pull up the facts and show you. Like as far as murder pertaining to so-called blacks, right? 53 whites, 41%, right? Rape, 68.1 whites, so-called blacks, 28.6, right? Burglary, whites, 68.1%, right?
that's what you're going off what's reported. That
King,
might
but
not
this
be
is but this is what I'm
that
saying. Who's
that might not
controlling?
be that might not be accurate.
You're gonna say it's not accurate, right? But you can
It
go to who's actually collecting these numbers, who's actually putting them together. It's not a so-called black man that's doing it. It's them. They play with statistics, they play with stereotypical views, they actually heighten certain things when they actually do happen. Like, to be realistic and keep it a buck, everything you stated has a lot of value to it, as far as like the unity, as far as like, what we do within our neighborhoods, right? But at the same time, you got to look at certain things. Like, say for instance, if I take you and I put you into a neighborhood where you have nothing and put you there, right? Your aim is to strip things away from that neighborhood so you can feed yourself. When there's nothing within that neighborhood of value anymore, you're going to branch out and go somewhere else. Point blank, period. And it is what it is. This is a system. You know what I'm saying? It's not. This doesn't happen overnight. It's a system. Greeting, King. How are you?
Greetings,
What's going on?
brethren. Hello,
Yeah.
Baba.
it's a
My friend, it counts on, but like it counts on.
Hey, Khalil.
it,
Yeah.
it's
So,
it's a system that's built because take for instance like even Jamaica, based on the poverty that's going on in Jamaica.
Poverty is a crime on a whole. So once
that
poverty did
that's fine.
crime,
That's fine, but you also got to look at there's nobody actually raising up the youths or teaching them the right way. You know what I'm saying? There's not all of them, but some of the kids really want to go to school, but you got politicians that's pretty much, you know what I mean, selling out the country. So what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna feast off the country. Whatever value or substance they could get from the country, they're gonna get it, and that is what it is. Period.
fact.
So, so you got to look at the broader scope. But the thing is, for me, is why is it that Aboriginal / copper colored people keep calling themselves black when black means colorless? Black don't pertain to you.
Well, you could call yourself, like I said before, whatever you want. The system is gonna look at you for what it is.
You know, it's funny. Every application I've ever filled out, you know what I put on it?
Other,
White. And nobody ever sat me down and questioned me. You know why? Because I know it's a status. And it's a status that pertains to us. And we give that status away on a daily basis. Black not only means colorless, but it also means bleak, pale, or bleach. It don't apply to you.
I don't fill out application no more. So I'm just working. I'm just working. I'm working. I'm working for myself now, where I could be in a stress-free environment, and I ain't got to go to the office because if somebody says some stupid shit to me, I just be like, who's this person talking to? And when you're aware and alert of things and you speak, it becomes a problem. It just always become a problem, and I've seen that time and time again. When you have knowledge of stuff, and you, it's like everybody here, right? We might not agree with everything that each other say, right? But we have that respect to be like, okay, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. I respect that. But cohesively, we could get along. You feel me? But it's just my whole thing about this whole American system and this topic is we need to be we need to be unified, right? We don't have to get along, but we should have one thing that we could all settle on. All of us, everybody.
Truth. And
You know what
Baba,
I'm
touch
saying?
base.
That's go ahead.
Go ahead. What's your
Well,
point of view?
I guess being the fossil in the room here, I'm hearing all these things, and I've heard it for the last 60 plus years or better. But and you can't equate and say it don't matter. The labels that you wear determine how you moved along or you moved along in the system. The topic is what is the worldview of the African American? Now, before 1970, there was nobody called African American.
Mm.
I
And
didn't know that. That's new to me.
and if you go back, I'm 74 years old. When you go back, we've gone through all of the bywords and name label placed on us. Everything from nigger, Negro, colored, Afro American, you name it. And every 10 to 15 years, they give us a new label. They keep changing the narrative because you're always seen as what? As property. You're
Yeah.
considered an emancipated slave and as property. You have no control of your identity because you have not identified yourself with the particular landmass. There is no place called African American. There's no land base called that. That makes you a hybrid, which means you don't know who you are. Who called you black, white? A man by the name of Johann Blumenbach, a German anthropologist, started the color race thing many years ago. Now, nobody examined or put him in check. If you go back and look at Noah Webster's 1828 dictionary, the word black means pale, fair skin, or albino. Has nothing to do what we call it. If you look at Black's Law Dictionary on the what is a free white person on page 792, it says that you are more Africans, so-called Africans, but a Caucasian cannot be considered white because he is considered a non-existing person. According to Black's Law Dictionary, page 792, Caucasian and Aryans cannot be a U.S. citizen. It's in the law. Yet we say they have white privilege. They are not considered. They're not white. We were considered white, and they were considered black.
And it's funny. It's funny you say that because I don't remember the year, but there's an actual Supreme case with a European woman that's basically pale and fair skin. And she went in and she said, "Y'all need to stop calling me white. I'm black." And she won the case.
That's right. Because Black Law, the dictionary, and Dora Webster, they find that the thing we do not examine and live. We just wear a tie and live because to fit in. But you shouldn't do that because what is the world view of the African? You don't exist. That's why they can kill you. They don't feel it because you're not considered but property. I know the other night on the when Donald Trump was talking, he said we will not stand no more insurrection. Insurrection goes back to the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, Section 4, where you cannot get reparation. If you're an emancipated slave, you cannot get reparation. They say the state or the government cannot be charged for insurrection or property during insurrection. You are emancipated, which means you still belong to the parent. You still belong to the master. So he can do what he want to do with his own property. That's why when they see you, they don't see you as a human being. They see you as expendable property. So they take you out. No, ain't nothing because we don't raise up and fight back. We're soon to kill one another because we see us the same way. We don't see us as people or human beings. We see us as an object of non-value. So you value yourself, nobody else will. And we have never named ourselves because we don't know what our name because we're so intermixed with other breeds and tribal and connections. You don't know whether you Yoruba, Hausi, Bantu, Anitu, Rutu, Kutu,
Blackfoot.
So therefore, how can I give you any credibility? Because hell, you don't know because every 10 to 15 years, according to U.S. Census, they change your label. They change your label. And when you go this year, I'm going to get up.
Who gives them
2010, they took the word Negro off the census and put African American. Another thing you want to watch, that word called on the application is ethnicity. Ethnicity don't have a damn thing to do with your culture. It means heathen, barbarian, a pagan. That's what the word means. The etymology of the word ethnicity. It's on the application. I'm like Jermaine, I put down indigenous. I check other. Then you gonna figure it out. I like what the brother said. Now you say you don't do applications, but are you in business for yourself?
Yeah.
And you do contracts, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times in the contract, they ask that same question: what is your race?
Well, now I'm up to speed with it, so it's different now.
Okay, well,
you see,
yeah, go ahead.
When it comes towards if I don't know something, I shut up and listen.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna learn. But if I know something, I'm gonna challenge you on it for you to see, for me to see, like, okay, where you're coming from, where you get this knowledge from.
Okay.
Just like with the lady that you were saying was black, I've never heard of that before. I'm gonna have to play this interview back and just structure my way of thinking again.
Okay. If you don't mind, do the research on Noah Webster's 1828 dictionary on the word black. It says it's fair skinned, pale, or albino. You got a Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. Look under what is a free white person. It'll break it down to you. It'll give you the whole listing. This is what I do. And we don't do etymology. We don't do research. We go on what's in the general populace. But that ain't the case when it comes down to deal with laws and policies that go by legal definitions. And we don't do that. worldview of African American, you don't exist, even though you wear the label. You cannot call a Cherokee or a Choctaw a Native American. That's an insult. I was adopted into the Kiowa tribe in '93 in Anaconda, Oklahoma, and the chief says you cannot call us Native American because we're older than the damn name. How can I be named something that I'm older than? Well, historically, the so-called indigenous people, we've been on this continent for over 100,000 years. So how the hell can I be an African American if I've been on this land before there was a name called America? Because America was founded in 1776 by 13 crazy ass white boys who was on the run from Britain. They were fugitives.
You said America was found or
It was
discovered?
founded, named in 1776 in Pennsylvania by Lodge number 1 of the Scottish Rite. And all them dudes in there, Johnny, they were all Masons. They're on the run from England.
Yeah, but weren't people occupying America at that time?
But it wasn't called America. It was called Tawee Land of the New World. And every 13 colony was colony. There were countries. These were 13 countries that had property in the New World. It wasn't the New World to us. We called it Turtle Island, a Chikawa land, which means our home, Gia, Great Mother Earth. These names and labels came from the European coming in here, claiming and staking shit by putting his name on it, put a name on it that shows ownership. Why do you name your dog, who already owned the dog, you name him a Spot to show damn ownership? Spot belonged to me.
Well, the white man did a good job.
I know you're right. And guess what? And that is the psychological slavery that we suffer right now, because we still want to wear those labels that he give us to give us some credibility and identity. And we need to get away from that. I'll rest my case at this point.
What's up, Balaji? What do you have? To say?
Well, I definitely have to agree with Baba because, as Baba know, I'm a Yoruba man. And in Europe, we the Yoruba people, we don't, our ancestors never saw themselves as blacks. Like Baba said, it's a label, all right? They saw themselves as a human being. So all those are white, black. It's those are just labels that was brought by the Europeans to distinguish people and also to confer a right of ownership, like Baba said. So I think we black people are indigenous people.
Aboriginal Niji.
Aboriginal. All right. Excuse me, but we're talking about years of programming, so
exactly.
It's gonna be very hard,
I think they did a good job.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
definitely they did.
You're definitely right. Remember, it's in the education, it's in your religion, it's
everywhere.
It's
everywhere.
They did a damn good job of indoctrinating us. So when we took the shackles off, we wasn't going nowhere. It's a funny thing. You can take a wild horse, take him to a stable, fence him in, and break him, and put a leash on him. He'll run to the end of that leash and keep choking him. Take the leash off, he'll run. He won't go beyond where that leash let him go. He will automatically stop.
Yeah.
We're programmed just that damn bad. We're too afraid to claim ourselves and stand for it and say, no, I will not be recognized by that. Jesse Jackson,
because
in 1970, decided he didn't want to be a Negro. He wanted to be went from Afro, like the Afro comb, to being an African in America. Then he went from African in America to African American. You're a hybrid.
But look at this.
You cannot reproduce yourself.
Yeah.
How do you make a mule? You take a jackass and a mare, but they can't reproduce themselves.
But
so now you're a hybrid.
But look at this, King. It's funny.
You as nothing.
It's funny. It's funny because like even coming here and say getting your citizenship, right?
Oh shit.
A lot of people don't even know what the terminology citizenship means, and a lot of people are unaware that they're not tied into the state; they're tied into the District of Columbia.
Thank you.
So I guarantee, and I challenge anybody on this live to do this. Go get your nationality, whatever you want to call it. Go get your nationality, and guarantee when a police pull you over, they will let you go because they're not within the jurisdiction to stop you. Only a state trooper can pull you over.
Check this out.
Don't come in New York with that bullshit.
The other night at the White House.
What do you mean?
You gave them citizenship.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You're not where they came from.
That bullshit.
They take on this new one.
Bro, look at what's funny. Look at what we don't pay attention to. We're not the only ones that's programmed. In order to keep this lie going, they have to program their own people as well.
That's right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's how you keep it. You got to keep the chain going,
bro. But it's written within the Constitution. It's there, but nobody actually study or look at the words. We just take the words at face value. It's kind of like being in Jamaica, right? What does the politicians do when they want to get people to vote in Jamaica? They come, they keep a dance, they cook up a whole bunch of foods, and everybody come out and eat. And everybody has a nice time, and then they be like, "Oh shit, they forgot what they came here for," and then they get their vote.
It's the same thing in Africa. It's the same.
Yo, listen.
Politicians are looking for a vote, and they're over there sharing loaves of bread to the people.
Yeah, you want to catch a few niggas? You want to catch niggas? Feed them. You catch all of them niggas. You want to kill them?
And they use the baboon trick to get it.
Feed them.
Let them think they can get it. You'll never get it because it's already stuck in the place. You got to turn your hand loose to get your hand out the hole. So now you talk.
They just niggas is one second. Niggas is just too fucking licky. They don't know to hold their goddamn belly. That's the problem. When you go somewhere, just be like, you can't say you're good. Why you can't just say I'm good? Even if hungry is killing you, I'm good. Did you eat? Yes, I'm good. What are we here for? Let's stick to the topic. I'm good. Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead, King.
He said, I'm good. But let me tell you, you can say you're good in your belly ground, your shit gonna change. Trust me, you can play that game for a while.
No, it won't. It won't.
That's how the Christians went into countries and conquered with the Bible and the blood. They went in with a lot of promises, gave you a white God, a white heaven to go to, and it don't exist.
I'm not going to a white heaven.
Wait.
I'm not going to a white heaven.
Well, you ain't going to black one either because you're gonna recycle red back.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna go to a white heaven. Whatever that white man created, that's not my heaven.
Okay, remember,
the white man created a pagan holiday. I'm not going for that.
It's a state, but remember, that's the bullshit they sold our people. That's the game.
What, Christianity?
Yes, Christianity is the #1 flagship for white male supremacy.
I'm gonna sit here.
Definitely.
So I guess you guys don't believe in Jesus then, right?
Oh shit, man. No, you cannot go there.
Hold on. Let me say something. Which Jesus you talking? Are you talking about Da Vinci's son?
I'm not talking that crackhead that they have like walking around all sweet and shit like that.
Who are you talking about?
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the guy I'm talking about what the Bible actually. Well, if you guys believe in the Bible, I'm gonna mute my mic. Okay, here we go.
What you don't realize,
let's not digress. That should be a topic for another day. All right.
Yeah, let us not say but I believe in Jesus.
It's a topic for another day, and it's very, very deep. I promise you, it's deep. All right, it's deep. Now, the white man brought Jesus. Before Jesus, my ancestors knew Orunmila or Allah.
Yeah.
Okay, and he did the miracles the biblical
right?
Jesus did. So
you Muslim?
Brooks?
Wait, you Muslim?
No,
I'm not Muslim.
No. I'm Ifa.
No, I'm not.
I'm Ifa.
I'm not Muslim. No.
Okay, so I got a question. No disrespect to the Muslims.
Hey, they just Christians with another label.
We're not gonna go there. We're gonna.
All right. I'm gonna leave it alone because I studied all this stuff. Trust me.
So you don't worry about your soul where it goes after this. You just
my soul.
Yeah, or your essence or whatever. You just
Can we? Hey, listen, hey, hold on.
Change the subject. I thought we were gonna.
Let me. Hey, Brooks, leave Baba alone, bro. We're gonna stay on topic. Leave Baba alone. Baba, leave Brooks alone, please. Because I know this is gonna get super long-winded.
Definitely.
But yo, bro, for to be honest with you, bro, not gonna do it. Okay, kind of like what's going on right now, right? Take your Democrats for instance, right? But everybody's dancing to them though, right? Because they supposedly so-called Indian woman, right? That claimed a couple years back she wasn't black, right? That actually called the dude that she's moving beside a racist. But now everybody's dancing. Oh, we need to get Trump out of office and blah blah blah. And I'm saying to y'all not even paying attention. And this is how I know that a lot of us don't read. I need somebody to give me 3 executive order that Trump passed. Nobody could do it. You know why? It benefits us. But we're so damn emotional. We're like, oh, he's racist. You're telling me about a European man.
Sorry, Jermaine, yeah. you just said something was so emotional. And guess what? That's what the Democrats tap into to get the black vote. Emotions. That's it.
And
that's it.
Do the same thing. They play on fear and emotions.
Yep.
The Republican and Democrat is 2 sides of the same damn bird. Historically, at one time it was called Democrat Republic. And at that time you had the Whig Party. Once they broke down the Federalist movement, we became the federal government. They split into 2 parties. You had the Whig Party, you had the Freedman Party, the Republican Democratic. So, but you had more blacks in the Republican prior to the Civil War, doing Reconstruction called the Immersion Movement. So a lot of the South Democrats went to the Republican because you had more blacks in the Republican Party than in the Democrat. The Democrats did not have the force. It was all about power and voting. So they split it up. So now we've got the Republican and a social Democrat. But remember, that damn bird has got a head. What is the head on? What group runs the head of that bird? It's called the Zionist movement.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Bobby, you keep throwing these names out. The screen behind me is gonna go black. When that screen goes black, when that screen goes black, my word, when that monitor behind me goes black, YouTube kicked me off. But go ahead. I'm just letting y'all know what it is based on the word terminologies. but seriously, like as far as unity goes amongst each other, right? This distrust and this hate that we have for each other, where do you think that came from?
That's inbred.
Yeah.
But the program that they're using belongs to who?
It's the rat program. It started back in 1955 when they put white lab rats in a box and they called us a project. The first thing they created was projects, put low income housing, but all the niggas in the projects throw one piece of cheese and let them fight over it.
Mm.
It's called we were considered a lab project, and everything we do, we just a project. We are guinea pigs in the system.
Well, I'm not. Make sure I take myself out of that. I emancipated myself to like.
Wrong word.
After this year, I've looked into Black history, which we don't do, which I've never took time out to do, and I saw things like I learned a lot of things that I never actually paid attention to. So
one thing people need to understand is one of the oldest tricks of the enemy is playing off two sides against each other.
Yes.
It's a
That's
trick.
the art of war.
It's a very ancient trick that they've had in their arsenal, and it's been
It's
working.
working.
It's been
It's
working
working.
wonders. It's very
Yeah.
effective.
It's working.
Very effective.
That's what's going on right now. You got Trump talking about all of these people marching are considered what you call mobs, insurrectionists, and we're gonna bring the federal troops in to stop it. You can't bring the federal troops in nowhere unless the governor let you bring them in there. You just can't rush them in there. He wants you to think that. Well, and remember, everything we're talking about, he's got his good point, but it's on Trump's watch. It ain't Biden's watch. It ain't Kamala. This is Trump's watch, and everything going good, bad, or indifferent. It's on his damn watch. Even though he claim it or not, it's on his damn watch. You want to blame Obama and Biden? That was on their damn watch.
Obama did anything. Obama didn't do anything for black, but keep it going.
You know why? Because you had a Republican Senate that said this nigga ain't gonna probably. We're making a one-term president. He fought shit uphill the whole 8 years. You can't do shit behind your back.
But you got to look at it though, King. He had the House, the Senate, and Representative.
But the Senate was not here. The Senate was Republican.
No. The second year it wasn't his. When he first came in, he had both houses.
No, no. Check the record, because you had the guy that said if Obama got a second time, he would resign. You always had a strong Senate, and the House was divided. Check the record.
Okay.
From day one, and when the House Speaker resigned, another guy stepped in, and McConnell says this nigga won't do shit. And for 3 years, he made sure nothing got past the Senate because the Senate controlled the White House.
So let me ask you this. If he ain't do shit, right? Why is it that the LGBTQ has every right and everything?
LGBT,
because you had
LGBTQ.
You had LGBTQ people in the White House and in the Senate.
But what I'm saying though, he did more for them. He done gave up all our rights to them.
He gave them the green light.
Yeah, but guys.
And Black Lives Matter. And wait. One second. Not to cut you. Black Lives Matter is LGBT that heavily supports the Democratic Party.
Okay. Now, he didn't do anything for our. He didn't do it. He didn't do anything for the black community. Okay. Now, most of the things he was supposed to do for the black community, he did for the LGBTQ community, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, so why is there anyone surprised? You know,
I'm not.
Because if you really follow what was happening before he started running, you will know where all his policies or whatever he wanted to do, where it will end up at and who will benefit from it. So the question is, who were the people that were sponsoring Obama?
The LGBT was
all right
sponsoring him. Yes.
Okay. Yes. You have people like Brzezinski, what's his name? Brzezinski, and all these people.
Let's go a little further. Who supported Obama was the Kennedy family. That's what got him in. Was the Kennedy family. When he won Iowa, and Edward Kennedy said, "I'm going to support him." That threw the Democrat Party behind him. Who was the chairman of the Bilderberg? Hillary Clinton is. The Bilderberg and Trilateral Commission. Those people, you got to know what's going on when we come to government.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. The people behind him will tell you where all these policies were heading to.
Trump, he can't do shit without the Trilateral Commission. He's called in the CFR, Council of Foreign Relations. He's called the Commander-in-Chief, not President. He's called the Commander-in-Chief. Why? We live on a maritime law. This is not no earth. This is maritime law because you got a fringe around the American flag. The American flag does not have fringe, but the United States flag has fringes.
It's not a flag. It's a banner. It's a banner.
The fringe around that flag makes it maritime. The American flag does not have no fringe, but the United States flag do.
Well, people just
maritime law. You're on maritime law. Trust me.
People getting charged land taxes.
People need to understand how politics works. Okay, presidents have bosses. they have bosses. Okay. Now, if the president doesn't dance to the tune of he's our boss, you know what's going to happen, right?
He gone. He out.
You're out.
He out.
Okay. So presidents have bosses. And like Baba, like you said, a lot of this presidents, especially US presidents, it's almost like they're being presented by the Trilateral Commission and the Bilderbergs. Okay, it's like they present you with two of their own candidates. It doesn't matter who you vote for. It's a win-win situation for them.
That's the art of war.
That's it.
Well, as far as voting, Democrat, Republican, I'm not in none of it. They can do whatever they want to do.
Anyway, how you prop them up, the Electoral College selects the president. The popular vote don't. Your Electoral College is controlled by 538 individuals who actually selects who's going to be in it. But they've got a meeting already before the meeting. It's called at the Bohemian Grove. They decide there who they're going to appoint to be the president.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is. I'm letting you know Trump is going to win. I'm just calling
it a spade a spade.
Yeah, I know.
No, if the Senate is Democrat, he can't do shit. If the Senate is Democrat, he can't do shit because they're gonna shut him down. The only reason he didn't get impeached because you had more Republicans in the Senate than you had Democrats. And that was two votes would have thrown them out. But they throw them out. They wouldn't have nobody to run. Remember, it's all part of the program. It's the same damn bird.
Okay. Yeah. So why for so many years we've been drowning in the same swamp for this?
Because people don't want to educate themselves. They don't want to educate themselves.
You need the swamp.
No, that's the right word you just said.
And another thing too, you want to get rid of a nigga? Give him a book. He'll run so fast.
It won't work.
Don't read.
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think.
Brooks, I've got 15,000 books in my library, and I got a bunch behind me right now.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to mass.
But I'm talking
you're like the small percentage on the whatchamacallit.
That's not true. That's not true. We need to stop saying that.
No,
people don't read. Don't read.
No. We do read. There's a difference between reading and understanding something. We do read. We don't comprehend things.
And also when you read, you have to be careful of what you're reading, because it's also very possible they could also always put some disinformation in that, and you think, oh, I'm reading the right thing. So
that reminds me of
want to be careful of what you read. Also,
that reminds me of all these.
Michael Love, you're right. He is just a puppet, and the puppet is the trilateral. Well, who really controls it? It's called the WZO, World Zionist Organization. That controls all of your big shit.
But look at this. Back to
bottom line.
But back to saying we do read. We do read. It's the thing about the reading is the different understanding of things. You go in a Black Law Dictionary and it shows you the words and terminology they utilize when they're talking about so-called maritime law or whatever. These dudes are white collar crooks, bro. Like, so they bend everything to benefit them. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, look at minority, right? If you go in the Black Law Dictionary and look at minority, everybody like, oh, I'm in the minority.
Bullshit.
It means you're still a child. You're a kid. When you come into majority, you come into adulthood. So you keep saying you're not a part of it. You got a citizenship, correct?
Well, that's how.
Wait. You got a citizenship. Answer the question. You got a citizenship, right?
Yeah.
You got a social security, right?
Yeah.
Your property, bro. That's an EIN number.
Mm-hmm.
To you, you're a corporation. Every single document you have, from your birth certificate, is a bond. Your social security is a bond. Even your citizenship document, the certificate they give you, all of these joints have a QCIT number on the back of it, bro. Look at the dollar bill and look at all these things, bro. So you are a part of the system. You can't escape it.
The only way you escape the system, you gotta die. And then they cash in your birth certificate and your social security card and get that check.
And even that's and even that's more beneficial because you're worth more dead than anything.
You're
A lot
alive.
of us don't even. A lot of us don't even know that our melanin are being sold. Our body parts are being sold. There's a price tag attached to it.
Yes, that's a fact.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I say when all these
Rich,
when all
Lamar, you
these
so right,
gangbangers,
little
this
rich.
this is why I always say when all these idiots be killing themselves off, the white man is like, good job,
Collect
because
that
we
check.
have a heart, we have a liver, we have a pancreas, we have a kidney, and
The
we have
harvest.
eyes, and we have all of these good stuff. You
It's
know where I
called
learned that
it's
from?
called it's called organ harvesting.
Yes,
And then they
right.
took the tail.
Listen,
They had the
a
top,
lady,
take the
a
money
lady.
out the tail.
Check this out. One time I was driving in a car with a lady, right? And I'm dropping her off, this white lady, and I'm taking her to Westchester, whatever, right, to drop her off. So she says, I think she must have needed like a kidney or a liver or one of those stuff, but you go on the waiting list, whatever. And her doctor said to her, "Don't worry about it. New Year's, a lot of people are gonna die. You'll get it. You just got to be patient." And I was like, okay, now I get it. All these gangbangers, you see, like all these people that be killing themselves in Chicago, like I was saying before, LA, the white man is profiting off of all of that, all your
But
little
is
organs and all of that stuff. When
It's
you
not
come in,
necessarily the white man profiting, it is the system profiting off of it.
well, we're state property actually.
I
We're
told
state
you
property.
ago, the whole thing is property, ownership,
Yes.
the
Once
yeah,
whole
the
that's
body,
thing.
once you come
yeah,
in and you see the body cut up, they give you whatever. And a lady told me, I was like, how do they harvest? You know how they harvest the organs? They put you on life support. Your body's dead, and they keep the body on the You see, like
They
the
keep the
ventilator.
organ alive and the harvest
Yeah,
is
you
the
see
same thing.
the ventilation machine that you that
Artificial life, yeah.
yeah, they keep it. They keep you on that, and it keeps everything fresh, and they just take everything
Well,
out of the
well, well,
body.
uh, well, ain't that funny?
Okay,
They can take your heart and put it somebody else, but you can stay there dead. Why just let you keep your heart and restart your heart and let you keep on living? It's your heart.
why?
Because they,
Why?
'cause they
but
need, because that heart, they need that heart, and you don't need it no more. You,
No.
but go deeper. Go deeper, King. I know a lot of people like to put, oh, I'm an organ donor.
I never put that shit.
Fam, you don't even notice. People don't pay
Never.
attention. This is allegedly a conspiracy. It's not a theory; it's a conspiracy. Um, but if you put an organ donor, there might be a possible millionaire, billionaire out there. It just might happen where you accidentally get hit by a car or somebody accidentally mugged you. And then your supposedly parents don't have the money to actually do an autopsy and realize that, yo, he has no organs in his body.
But nothing is gonna come of it, even if they take all your shit out.
But what I'm saying, but what I'm
I
that's
seen a lot
that's
of
not
cases like
particularly
that
true because we got
most of the
lawsuits going
time.
on now where morticians are being sued by families about going and finding newspaper stuff inside of their
Yeah,
people's
yeah,
bodies, right? So we
right.
got lawsuits going on. So it's also certain laws that govern. But I mean, everybody don't get caught. I understand that don't get caught. But
That's a fact.
what the topic is, how does the world view the African American? We're talking about it. He ain't shit.
I was telling somebody that you're two nickels. No, I'm sorry, that's too expensive. You're 2 cents. You're 1 cent. You know what? You don't have any value.
no. In actuality, we have the most value,
A
but
fact.
we are
And
unaware. We're
right
unaware
of
of our
what?
value.
Yes,
I
I was
said that
So
about to get to
earlier.
that.
But if you don't know
That's a
due
your
fact.
to
value, if you
You
due
don't
don't
to
value
value
yourself.
yourself, you don't value yourself,
You don't
nobody
value
else will.
yourself.
And
it's
If
then
not
if
you're
you
even
don't
dependable.
right, if you don't value yourself, how people gonna
it's
And
not
expect
even
you
that.
to
how do you value
You you
yourself?
you you don't value yourself if you don't know your history.
a fact?
If you
And
don't
wait
know
a
Fact.
your
minute.
history,
And
you're
Let's
and
not
that's
going to
what a lot
value
of
yourself.
and a lot of Americans don't even know history. They don't even know their
So,
own history.
and when I talk about history, I'm talking about real history, not
Yeah, like
the ones they
going
wouldn't
back.
teach you in the classroom.
that's
They
not the
don't. They
one.
don't. They teach.
That's
This is
not
what they
it.
teach you in school. They teach you about the Homo sapiens. They teach you. They give you a
About
little
the
bit about.
rainbow man, the crack
They're
coal
gonna.
magnum
They're
and
about
all
to bring that in. They're about
that.
to bring that in a little bit. And this is a school we send our kids to. Everything else you got to learn. You got to go outside. Like you got to see a video like this in order for you to educate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was supposed to put a video like this, I probably get like 1 or 2 likes. But if I was
That's
supposed
right.
to put, if I was supposed to post to play the food, I'll get 198. What you call it? Because some people are not interested into educating themselves. But like I was saying, they only teach you about the Homo sapiens. And my wife showed me a picture of the Homo sapiens. Like you see, like how they grow up, and the guy turned back and was like, "We messed up. Go back. Go back. Go back." Um, they teach you about the Homo sapiens. They teach you about a little bit about Martin Luther King. They don't teach you about Malcolm X. They don't teach you about They don't teach you about Marcus Garvey. They give you a little bit of like stuff to get by, but they don't teach you real in-depth
Wisdom.
history. They just
Yeah.
teach you shit to mind
Why
fucking.
they don't even teach us that they don't even tell us that we're Asiatics. They don't even go that far.
No,
Um,
no, they don't.
Now,
uh,
do
okay.
they talk about the Neanderthal?
Huh?
You talking about? Do they talk
The
about themselves?
Neanderthal? Do you talk about the Neanderthal?
The who?
The
Themselves?
Neanderthal. See,
Yeah, they do.
Neanderthal.
he come before for the Homo sapien, the Neanderthal.
Yeah.
And they said that if you want to get a so-called white man, call his ass a Neanderthal.
I never.
But
heard
it's
of
but isn't that
Oh
but
yeah.
isn't that that's a fact though?
That's right. That's a fact. He's a
What's that?
Neanderthal, and he was shit bricks. How you
What's
know? And
that?
they call him a Neanderthal.
What's that?
A Neanderthal.
A Neanderthal.
Neanderthal.
But
Let me look at that word.
but the funny thing that we don't pay attention to, we even go as far as call ourselves humans. We're not humans. And in order for you to be a human, you have to have some form of animal DNA. And a lot of and they keep it covered, and a lot of us are unaware that 24% of Europeans that are born, they're born with a tail. And some will be like, "Oh, that's not true."
Look it up. Look it up. It's come from Neanderthal DNA, and it's a sharp tail at the end of the lower near the buttock.
At the spinal cord, yep.
At the balance, and they cut it off a lot of time because it grows out. They cut off what they give them to the parents. Come on.
Yeah, but that's all part of the brainwashing. It's all part of the programming.
If they control the narrative, what they give you for indoctrination. Long as they control the narrative, they control the information.
Why don't I ever?
That's what you deal with.
Why don't I ever see the beautiful Aboriginal kids that's graduating college early, the ones that's getting listed to all these colleges, the ones that's investors. Like take the African guy that invented a car without electrical car. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Talk about the ones that the defibrillators that's doing so much things. The guy, the Africans that actually did the web browser that's faster than Google.
No,
like,
you're not gonna see that.
Come on,
you know, missing some of that stuff there on. I saw that on Spragaman's page, and I was like, "Yo, nobody is sharing this shit."
Well,
Bro.
You know why? Because it gives them to give you too much status and self-esteem to know that you are an inventor of all these things, and they are the copy of it, or they perpetrated, so they can get the credit for it. But let me tell you something: it's hard to explain something you never done. Another thing, look at this: powerful people do not teach powerless people how to take their power away. They don't give you no damn book tell you how to overthrow them.
Now let me tell you guys this. Maybe you don't know this, but the Europeans, and when I talk about Europeans, I'm talking about the Catholics now. Now they wouldn't tell you that they got their concept of the chalice. All right, the chalice that they use in the holy communions and the masses or whatever.
Right.
They got the concept of the chalice, all right, from some people that they call Luso-Portuguese. Now, this so-called Luso-Portuguese were Negroes from the Senegambia region, all right, and they got the concept of the chalice from the Luso-Portuguese when they were trading with them, all right, and the Europeans called it salt cellar, all right. That's where they got the concept of the chalice from, but they upgraded it because they were like, oh, the original form looks pagan, so let's give it a European kind of style, and then you have the chalice. I have the book right there on my printer.
Pagan. There's another word, pagan. What does pagan mean? What's the
So
etymology?
it's a white supremacy word. It's just a word to control people.
No. Pagan means he that lived close to nature. He that lived close to nature in the rule. Look etymology of it up. They call us an evil because we understand nature and the laws. They call us pagan because we recognize the force of nature and the cosmos and astronomy and astrology. They call us pagan. Anything a pagan, anybody that does not follow Christianity or Judaism. Wow, ain't that something? Etymology of the word pagan don't mean what you think it means. It means he that lives close to nature.
You're rich, you an idiot. I'm not even gonna pay you no mind right now. Talk about white woman is my weakness. Where can I get some help?
We need to get some help. But she is the forbidden fruit. She is the forbidden fruit. She considered the forbidden fruit for a long time. Don't mean shit to them, but to anybody else, she considered the forbidden fruit. Look what happened to Emmett Till. Just had the anniversary the other day. All because he was in Greenwood, Mississippi, and he whistled at a white woman. They lynched him because she's considered forbidden fruit. And anytime a brother get one, trust me, he's going down the pipe. Somewhere
all the NFL players got one.
And they guess what? And they don't control their money either. Let them screw up one time, and they be broke as a hand come daybreak.
Man, they're the first one to
their
go
money
broke.
is only on the computer. They can't get their hand on actual cash money. It's on the damn computer. One push of a delete button, and they broke in hell.
It's a credit. It's a fake system, man.
You get a chance, look up the rainbow currency. It's a new thing called rainbow currency. Look it up. They finna try to bring it in now.
No, it's in. They were supposed to advertise it around 2011, but they never got the chance. They blocked it out.
So you familiar with the rainbow currency, right?
Yeah. So within September, it's called the Narcia currency. So within September, it's going to go activated. They're bringing it back to platinum, gold, and so on and so forth. But nobody pay attention to why gold is up like over 2,000%.
We were talking about it the other day. Right? So
yeah.
But before that, it was called Bitcoin and all these things because this country do not have control of the gold and the silver. They don't have control of it. No more.
Oh, they do. They do now. You're gonna be shocked in September. Watch what happens.
Unless they go over there and overthrow the WZO, they do not have control over precious metal because the Zionists say we control that.
There's a lot of overthrowing going on right now. Why you think everybody's on house arrest?
All I'm telling you now is based on the WZO, and they don't get away power, that they control the paper money and the value of it. A thing called Protocol, the Learned Elders of Zion. You read their protocol, they tell you that they run everything. The real minority is the Jewish nation. Ain't but 13 million of them in the world. And they run all this shit.
But so-called blacks believe they're the minority.
But that's the fucking illusion. How you gonna be a minority?
Is minority like poor people?
No. To them, minority means you're a child. You're
right.
yet to
No. But I'm just saying when they say minority, I always find that word very offensive. When they say you're a minority, I was like, how am I a minority?
Because you're not in that tax bracket, King. You're not in their tax bracket.
I'm in that tax bracket.
No,
you're not. No, you're not. You're not in their tax bracket.
Well, that other tax bracket I'm not into, but I'm in that tax bracket where like I do decent for myself.
So you make you make over half $500,000 a year?
No, I'll probably make like 100.
So
you make $500,000 a year.
About 100,000, I say.
Then you're not in that tax bracket.
Huh?
You have to make 100. You have to make
500,000 a year to be even.
No, I'm not. If I make 500,000, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys. I'll be on vacation.
Well, guess what? In my business, when I filed my business for the last, I was making 1.5 million a year in my trucking business. I just retired in 2018. I paid $30,000 a year just in diesel fuel.
Oh, you in trucking? I was in
that for a long time. Yeah, I own my own trucking company, ABB Enterprise, and I had 16 trucks running across the country.
I can't manage that trucking stuff.
Huh?
I can't manage that trucking stuff. That's
well, I mean, but the world runs on trucks, and shit you get to come on the back of a truck.
Everything is on wheels. That's what America is. But bum ass Jamaican need to go back to the fields and let's start growing our own
Well,
crops.
without
No,
going.
no, 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 no. All right, yo. Hold on, bro. Listen.
We got to stick to the topic.
Wait. No. Because what you don't realize, Jamaica is a democracy as well. So it's within the system of America. A lot of people don't pay attention.
Oh yeah.
But wait. Jamaica, like Africa, the government is selling out the people. You know why? Because medicinal cures, herbs, and all these things come from Jamaica. We walk on the road on the side. You can pick a herb that can cure some disease. Yeah. Right? Why do you think they're down there? Jamaica has oil. One of the number one coffees in the world comes from Jamaica.
Yep.
Bro, so why is the people so poverty? And why ignorant people believe it's a third world country?
Listen, I said this before and I'm going to say this again. And I posted this. Slavery will come back.
No, it never left. You get on.
Exactly. It never left.
When I say it will come back, it's gonna get to a point where it's like, this is what you got to do, or else.
It's like
bro, that's what's now, bro. Like you got to look at it. People talking about, oh, they were on cotton fields. You know, they had job applications.
Yeah.
You know, they were working. You know, they were servants, right? They had contracts, bro.
Right. And also slavery, just to let you know, slavery been around forever, but it's just America took slavery to another level.
No, it did.
Wait. When I say slavery been around, that means you could have a slave, but your slave was like your servant, like you know.
No.
Yes, there was.
No.
Yes, there was.
No.
Yes.
Give me your document on it.
Nah.
I don't have the document, really.
When
I say slave, the slavery was around where the slavery that I'm talking about was like your slavery was like your servant that they used to do stuff for you, more like a housemaid, like you'd have a Jeffrey or something like that. That's
certain
what
aspect. That's a minuscule part of it.
So what was slavery then?
Okay, you had. Can I interject this?
Sure, man? Go ahead.
Okay, look up William Natchez Johnson. Look up William April Ellis. Look up Antoine Duval. These was the richest Negroes in the South that owned plantations that owned both white and black slaves. 150 of them, 300 slaves in the South. And they was
I'm not talking in America. I'm talking in Africa. Well, the worst kind of slave is chattel slave. That's in America. I'm talking slavery from you gonna Africa.
Go with the Hausa and the Fulani?
What?
The Hausa and the Fulani people.
One second.
But Elijah, I apologize, man. See, I didn't do too much. See,
it's a very long story.
you know what I've realized.
It's a long story.
You know what I've realized, and people have yet to answer this question. What war happened in Africa, right? For you to take 114,000 so-called Africans from their land, put them in boats. It takes you at least 3 months to travel with them on a wooden vessel, right?
100 million.
But you see, Jermaine, again, all right. Now you just asked the question, what war, all right? And like I said, the only way you have to, you can find the truth is by doing deep research and hearing it from the horse's mouth itself, all right? Now, history has it that when the Europeans came, all right, naturally they came as traders to Africa, especially West Africa, all right?
Right.
They came as traders. They were trading in salt, elephant tusk, peacock feathers, cocoa, you name it, all right? So they came in as traders at first, but then we don't know what happened. Maybe they sold their soul to the devil, or we don't know. But then they took the trade to another level,
right? And
that's when
That's where the
The
Europeans got slavery from.
you
They
know
got it from Africa.
started trading in human cargo. Okay, but okay, according to some written document,
Research.
at first they came and they tried. That's the Portuguese in particular. They came and they tried to forcefully grab the um, aboriginals or the indigenous people of the land, and the people fought back
Right.
and never wanted to trade with the Portuguese again. Now the Portuguese came back again looking for native Africans that could speak the Portuguese language, and they used them to penetrate the aboriginals or the natives of the land by setting up proxy wars, proxy wars, making the natives fight amongst each other. And while they were fighting off amongst each other, they were doing their own thing on the ground.
Grabbing, snatching,
You're
grabbing.
talking about the multiple tribal wars that
Yeah,
that
all
goes.
this
Yes,
stuff, all this stuff they
proxy
put,
wars in
all of
their
this stuff,
own words.
all
I
this
will
stuff,
find the book.
all this
I
stuff
have
they
it
put in,
somewhere
all
in
this
their
stuff
own words.
all this stuff they put into place, and they've been successful. But
Yeah. Now that's
look,
that's
I
true.
gotta go. Listen,
Oh,
listen. Before you start, I want to say I'm very happy that I got a chance to talk to you guys. Hopefully, my kids is not home next week, where we'll be able to get more into in depth and brainstorm. I know you guys don't believe in Jesus. That's okay,
Uh,
but to each his own. To each his own. To each his own. Um, this was definitely an experience, and I would like to say, can you tell me the name of your show, Jermaine, before I go?
MEN-talRollaDeK.
MEN-talRollaDeK.
Yes.
Please remember to tune into MEN-talRollaDeK. And while I'm at this, I would like to say, people do tune into the Emancipate Show. I'm your host, Kel, and what's you got? What's you? Can you guys introduce yourselves before you guys go?
I'm Baba Yashabaya in Louisiana.
my name is Balaji Ajibarisha from New York.
Oh, you from New York?
Yes, sir.
Brooklyn.
You in Brooklyn? You in
Yes,
Brooklyn?
sir. Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Okay. I'm in New York. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. Much love. I might not agree with everybody, but I respect your opinion.
That's
Definitely.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Beautiful. Good.
That's beautiful.
Over and out. And thanks again.
All right.
And thanks for having me on your platform, man.
No problem, King.
Ah,
Stay away from that Bible, bro. Bible.
right.
Later,
They
King.
still got you.
but he funny as hell. But seriously, we know one of the things they actually fear right now is our unity. For one, we're not the minority. We outpopulate them. That's why they got these Planned Parenthood. That's why they poison our foods. That's why they poison our water. That's why they
Correction, Jermaine. Correction, Jermaine. What they fear most is a well-informed and a unified Negro.
Okay.
Because you can be unified, but if you're not well informed, there's a crack.
There's a crack in it, yeah.
There's a crack. But if you're well informed and you're unified, that's it. Game over.
And another thing that we need to realize as well, not every devil is white either.
Definitely.
I mean, that's what it means, adversary. It could be polka dot. No, if he's an adversary. That's what I mean, adversary. So
there's good and bad in
every man.
In everything.
That's
it's a law of nature. It brings a balance. It brings a balance. You know, the yin yang thing. Yeah, it's a balance. It's got to be balance in nature.
Masculine and feminine.
Right.
So we know the issues, right? Yeah. We know the issues. How do we get past the issues?
How do you get past the issues? That what you asking?
Yes.
Make them non-issues. Most of our issues are people tell us that this is an issue. What is an issue? I don't mean the Orisha of the entity issue. We're talking about a situation.
Mm-hmm. So do you think we're falling for all these
We're falling for the hype, man. We're falling for
all
the
these hype. all these recorded murders that's being displayed in front of us?
Yeah, because
right?
we're not controlling the information of the net. We don't control the media. You know, we don't control it. Even BET is owned by a Jew. The Jews own BET. So what do we own for as a media outlet? And when we try to get up, they shut it down. How many black own radio station, TV station do our people actually own? You don't even own the damn frequency.
There's one.
You own yours?
No. I'm not talking about me because it's going through something else. I'm utilizing their channel. See?
Right.
See, 40 laws of power, bro. I'm not. Yeah.
But,
all right. The number one law. Number one law.
Okay. Any given time,
law.
Check you down.
Yeah. The number one law: don't ever try to outshine the master, even if you're smarter than him. You use him to. But we're gonna leave. We can go deeper. But
it's called the art of law. It shows how to mimic or mirror your opponent to achieve a certain goal.
That's the perfect word, mirror.
Yeah.
There you go. But the crazy thing about it is our emotions make us weak. We use our emotions the wrong way. We don't use it the way we should. See, like every time we see a debt on TV, we get hype. Our blood boil, right? And then given the fact that whatever we think it we become, we create these entities that latches onto us and we run with that. And like you said earlier, fear. They take our energy, they use our fears against us. Yeah, right? But to be honest,
energy vampire.
To be honest with you, King, like none of this matters.
No.
None of this. Everything around you, none of it matters.
No.
Stress is a common thing that flows within every man, right?
True that.
So how can it be wrong? Right? But everybody has their own topic, their own belief and so on, but none of this matters. Death is the controller of life.
Mm-hmm.
So until you start living within the now, you're going to be stagnant and rigid because you're being controlled by everybody else and your perception is off. It's just like me sending a text message to Baba and Baba reading the text message, and how he read it, he might feel offended, but that's his perception. That's not mine.
Yeah. Another thing is your opinion is yours, but that's not my opinion of myself. And I can't govern your opinion. That's your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You can't govern your life. You can't govern my life either, and I can't govern yours because you flow within your own universe.
Yeah, but I like that. I like that because if we know that we are our own universe, but we can work in an orbit, a way that we can balance each other. You never see the moon and the sun colliding with each other, or the star. Because there's a universal respect in the energy, and it works harmoniously, but they're not the same. This is what we have in our community. We all may have the same color skin, but don't make us all be kin. But we can find a common denominator where we can work harmoniously together for a better goal. Chief Sun Young Hay told me in '93 at the powwow there in Anaconda. He said that the black man take a word and the Indian have the same common enemy. We must work together to eradicate the enemy. You know, and I asked him, how should we do it? He says, we got to be like the duck on the pond. That's what you mean. He says, move smooth on top of the water, but under the water, we got hell going on. Look at that duck's feet. He's working like hell to keep that smooth look. So our appearance must be one thing, but covertly, we ought to be like dragons, tearing this shit up. And we're not. We too easily persuaded into give in or buy into the system for our own what? Survival. Because everybody wants to live. And nobody wants to die.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? I was just gonna say, It's also about a balance. Everything should have a balance to it. And if we're being really honest, time really doesn't. It flows in itself, right? The past now, the second that just went away is the past. This is the present, and now the second now is the future. You know what I'm saying? So live in the now, but just know what you do now. There's consequences in the future. You know what I'm saying? So, but one thing I really want to say is that the reason why everyone else is unified is because we look at each other. Most people, most of Black people, whatever, African American, whatever you want to call us, we look at each other as an enemy, not an ally. You know what I'm saying? If everybody wants to be at the head of Master's table, you can't get no header than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had more Black people have done me harm than white people have, and that's sad to say. More Black people have put me down for trying to be, a better person. And I'm not scared to tell somebody, you think you're better than me? Yes, I am. Someone always has to be better.
That's right.
I'm not scared to tell you, yes, I'm better than you.
That's right.
That's because I put in the work to be better than you. You think Kyrie Irving wouldn't say, hey, I'm better than you, or to somebody, or LeBron say, no, I'm better than you, because I put in that work to be. I refuse to be ignorant anymore. I refuse to be stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're stagnant, life still goes on without you. So,
we're in a competitive world, and it's all about.
But let me say this though. Why should I tell you I'm better than you? Why can't I actually maneuver with my actions, and my action speaks for itself? That's the thing with Aboriginal people. They talk too much. I've never met a bunch of people that actually go to war and give you their strategies of going to war.
My thing is, why can't I though? If I say I'm better than you, just like you said earlier, it's perception. The way you perceive me saying I'm better than you, you can either take it as, oh, he's trying to hurt me, or, oh, wow, since he's saying he's better than me, let me get on his level and work to even be better than him. But my thing is that we're never going to be able to, until we get to the point where it's just like, I can have a different opinion than you, but I can still agree with you at the same time. But until we get to that point, it's never going to be no unity. You have white people that are so-called supremacists, and you'll say something they might not agree on everything, but they sure enough agree on one thing: destroying the image of a Black person.
But you're missing my point. You can say and believe whatever you want to believe. Like I said to Barbara earlier, you're your own universe. What Jermaine say don't make law to you. I'm speaking for myself. What I'm saying is, in order to show you I'm better than you, in order for me, I'm not even going to waste my breath and tell you, yo, King, I'm better than you. You can see it through my actions.
I mean,
because let me finish. Because in order for me to come out and say that, like, even within the 48 laws of power, that's creating some distaste, and that's creating competition, that's creating envy, and all of that. And you're correct. We can have difference in opinion and still flow together on one accord. But what I'm saying is, if you pay attention to what nature does, right? Nature, compared to nature, we're a speck, and she can blow her breath and destroy every single thing. So in actuality, by me saying I'm better than you, does it really matter? Just do it. Show it to me. You don't have to tell me.
But the same thing you are saying right now is the same thing I'm saying. Me saying I'm better than you, and you responding or not responding, doesn't really matter. So if I say, hey, I feel like I'm better than you in this area, let me show you how to become better. You know what I'm saying? And you saying, well, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to do actions. If I really don't care, I really don't care. Maybe I just want to tell you. And if you don't care, it shouldn't matter, because like you said earlier, everything that happens right here is in vain. Everything that happens, because people are going to die. Death is in control of life, like you said. Everything that we're doing right now, that don't matter without any actions, without any cause. People are still listening to these rappers talking about Louis, Gucci, and Fendi and Prada, but guess what? They're owned by racist white people. People are still buying into the laws and facts of take medication if you're bipolar, this and the third, but there's natural ways to get rid of those things. There's Black people who are involved in Scientology, but the creator of Scientology was a bona fide racist. How am I gonna get a solution from the problem?
Yep.
But look at this though, King. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying what you're saying is incorrect. And I feel like our word changes. This is what I'm saying. And when I say look at nature, right? When I say look at nature don't go out there and say, matter of fact, let's use the sun and the moon. The sun don't say, yo, son, I'm not gonna shine today, so screw all of y'all. So y'all all dead because I'm not gonna warm up the equator or whatever, vice versa, and so on and so forth. You telling me you're better than me? You know what that says? That you know what that shine light on? That shine light on your insecurity. For you to come out and say that's telling me something within myself being about like, yo, in actuality, if you have to say that, you're not better than me. So there's a little insecurity in there when you say that.
But by whose standards? Yours or mine?
It's by mine.
Exactly.
You made it where I can judge you. You brought it to my attention, so therefore you put me in the realm of judging you.
Yeah, you did that. You did that to yourself, though. The thing I'm saying is, if I say wholeheartedly right now, if I say, hey, I see you do something wrong, right? In my mind, I see you doing something wrong, and I see that I'm better in that area. Let me help this person out. You know, sometimes, and then that's also the difference between, you know, human life and nature. We have a conscious decision. Animals act off instinct. You know, they are purposely made to do what they do, and that's never going to change. We have a choice. So are you going to choose to do what's right, or are you going to choose to do what's wrong and suffer the consequence either way it goes? My thing is that's the disconnect between all of us. The disconnect is not what you say. The disconnect is how you understand it, is how you perceive it. Without talking to me, say, hey, when you said that to me, I kind of felt like you were saying that, you know, to be rude to me. You felt like you was over me and that. Oh no, brother, my apologies. I didn't mean in that fashion. Let me come at you correct. When I said that, I saw you lacking in an area that I could help you, man. You know what I'm saying? People are so quick to, oh, well, damn, he making me feel like whoop de whoop de whoop, yada yada yada. Nah, man, you know what? My apologies if I made you feel like that. Nah, F that, da da da. I'm gonna hold on to this, da da da. And you have so many people, I'm not saying you, but you have so many people my age and older that do that. You have so many people that's been taught, hey, pain is the only way you're gonna make it. But people, and love don't exist, but people don't understand love never hurt nobody. The person that tried to love you didn't know how to love you. You know what I'm saying? Everything nowadays, everything that we see on TV, everything that we take into our minds is evil, but it's perceived as good. And everything that's good now, right, it's perceived as evil. If I say something and someone doesn't agree with it, they're quick to come and back. Your own people are coming quick to bat you down. Like, I'm gonna just speak on this real quick, and I'm gonna get off of this. Terry Crews, for example, right? Terry Crews said something about boycotting Magic City. Now, let's totally be honest. The reason why he said that is because the sex trafficking with women now, right? He's trying to make the point that women, you do not have to expose your bodies to feel like you can get in a higher place. Women have been taught that sex sells, and it does, because this is the idea that they give you. They don't give you the ideas. You're the same entity that was created as a man. You have the same brain. You have the same thing. When you push yourself, you push yourself. You know what I'm saying? So they're taught that the only way you're gonna make it in the world is by popping pussy and showing titties. You feel me? So he was trying to say that. All these rappers came in his neck. Bow Wow talking about, don't talk about Atlanta, I'm gonna come sideways at you. Jid talking about, I want to sock this dude. All these people coming at him. But where's that energy for the cops that killed Breonna Taylor? Where's that energy for the cops that paralyzed Jacob Blake? Where's that energy for those type of people? We are so quick to come at people who tried to come with genuine love for an issue that is truth. You know, people are so quick to, you know, put a person down because they don't understand and they don't perceive what they're listening to. We are so used to, well, evil is good. If I see this, it's inciting this part of me that I know is, you know, no good, but I like it. It makes me feel pleasure because people want to run with the majority. I'll stand alone and be real than stand with a lost crowd and majority. You know what I'm saying? Like even now, like people just F12, F this, F that. But when an officer comes around, that energy's lost. But when they see a person that they don't like, that they held a grudge on to for 3 or 4 or 5 years, or what someone say, I'm gonna F this B up, I'm like, yo, like you don't make no sense. And it's our own people, man. It's our own people. And this is why they talk about they stereotype is so bad.
But-
Media,
but-
media. Go ahead.
But I hear everything you're saying, and it's warranted. It's warranted based on how society is structured. It's warranted based on how we deliver and how we deal with each other. Everything you said is warranted, right?
Mhm.
But we got to look at these labels, right? And go
Mhm.
back to nature. What is good and evil? Who determines good or evil? Right?
Mhm.
We do. We utilize these words and we whatever, right? We aim to bring stuff outside of us inwards, but that's backwards thinking. Everything is inwards. Whatever you conjure within, you bring forth outside of you. You see what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, yeah, we do need to have these real conversations with each other. But if you say you're better, my retort is not that you say you're better. I'm just showing a different side of it. If you're better, you don't have to tell me you're better. I will see through your actions. You're going to walk it. You're going to move with it. And if you have something to give to me from yourself, I will approach you.
Jermaine,
But not
let me
everyone
say
is
something
like
real
that.
fast.
Okay? It's not about me. I'm
Let me say
speaking
something real
generalizing.
fast.
Go ahead, King.
You can't
All right.
generalize everybody
So,
because
you
you're not
see-
everyone.
Like Baba knows, I'm an IFA practitioner. I practice IFA. All right. In IFA, it's okay to have different perceptions because we are humans. We're going to see things differently, but we both have to be able to come to the same conclusion. If we can't come to the same conclusion, then there's a problem. So it's okay, if Jermaine says this different or if Baba sees it different, but both parties have to be able to come to the same conclusion. And that's where the enemy controls us through different perceptions through different public opinions. And then before you know what's happening, people are fighting each other, killing each other because they see things differently.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's
So
go ahead. I want to
go ahead, Baba. Go ahead, Baba. Go
and
on.
you're
Go on.
definitely right. And this is why we have many examples in Patrick Keys and Ifa that talks about these very things of emotion and thing. It talks about a story where that one day these two guys was best friends for life, and they swore up and down we would never ever fall
Bless
out.
you. I wanted to bring that up, but good thing you
And,
brought it up.
and so one day the man was walking, and issue let the man walk between, and one side was red, and one side was black. And the guy says, "Man, you see that red suit? No, that suit was black." They was arguing over perceptions of a particular suit, and it showed that a lot of times we say things until you're tested. You can't say what you're going to do forever. So, how you solve that? We come to a point where says, "I hear you saying, but what is your resource of information? Well, I can look at it, and you look at mine, and then we'll come to a agreement that." Okay, this is what it is. But it always takes a challenge. And I like what you said, because many of the Patrick Keys tell us in IFA how to deal with these emotions and changes before you fall out. And they've had some hell of things to come out, man. And I love the story where these two guys they swore up and down, "Man, I will never ever lose friendship with you." And Issue say, "Let me put it to the test."
Mhm.
You follow what I'm saying? And that happened a while ago when you was talking to the young brother about perception and not
Perception,
saying.
right?
And what Issue did, he shot right in there, and you said, "Well, I don't mean it like it, but what gives you the ground or to understand where you're coming from to say that you are better, etc. Don't let that trick you up. Give me your source to tell you that you are. And let me examine the source." We never examine the source when things come to us. We take it at face value instead of doing
Face value. True.
But
True.
look,
will get us in trouble. And we got
but look, Baba.
Okay.
But look, the thing with I've realized with our anatomy is, you see, when we're comfortable, the lie, in order to keep up a lie, you got to keep changing. You got to keep changing the destination of things. You know what I'm saying? But one thing you can't lie, and this is what nature does, right? Nature is always in a relaxed state. So when you're in your vibrant state, you're relaxed. So what better way to know if you're better than me but to watch your actions? Because your action says more to me than your actual words. Words have a multitude of meaning. And we know this. Playing with these dictionaries, we know this, right? So if a man with a pure heart can still be brainwashed. And we're brainwashed every single day.
They asked me the question the other day, and Balaji, you can go along on this. They asked me what my perception of Donald Trump and Biden. I said, I'd rather have a man with character than one with no character. What's the difference? Character is key. A man with no character will tell you any damn thing and won't mean shit. But a character has a conscience. He's going to check himself. So a lot of folks don't understand that the main thing we have to have in our community is character to bring by trust. We have little or no character.
Yep.
You want Pele? You want Pele?
You want Pele? Yeah. Character.
Character counts.
And we keep missing that. We keep missing that. You remember?
Yeah.
You remember back in the days, like you couldn't even, like around drugs, you couldn't even have kids come around drugs. They had to go to school. Remember you couldn't even kill a woman.
That's because the enemy has been successful in breaking human moral character.
That's it.
Character is it. Character is everything.
Back in the day,
everything.
We didn't need no contract. A damn handshake would solve a contract, and we would die before we go back on my word. Your word is your bond. We don't do that no more. Nigga tell you a lie in a minute and go on the corner and stab you in the back.
Yeah.
With a straight face too.
Yeah.
I remember growing up back then. If you told a lie, oh my God, it's like that's it. It's like you've destroyed yourself. It's like you destroyed yourself. No one will trust you. If you say something, they'll be like, oh, you better make sure whatever he's telling you or whatever she's telling you is the right thing, because this person doesn't have truth in their mouth. But now, it's like lying is like, it's like nothing. So like I said, the enemy has been successful in breaking down human moral character.
That's it.
We're predictable because we always show our hands.
Because we're creatures of habit. We are creatures of habit. We get it and we become repetitious. And that's the danger.
Look at this.
That's the danger.
We have learned to be creatures of habit.
Program.
See the thing what we don't realize is we shut down certain parts of ourselves when we flow the same way. If you keep driving left to go home for 4 years straight, god damn, switch it up, go right. Take the long way around. Because it's seriously, it's like you shut your brain down. But when you finally come off that path, yeah, Rich, I said path, you're gonna open something back up.
Right. You
see what I'm saying? And that's the thing. I think we're too comfortable. And that's our issue. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's on Baba's doorstep. It's not on Jermaine's doorstep. It's on Balaji's doorstep. It's not on mine. But everything that affects Balaji and Baba is affecting me because we have the same you. So we have the same you.
Back to our topic, the worldview of the African American. First of all, he has to know the so-called African American has to know that that's not a legitimate title. You got to recognize that everybody can agree with that we are indigenous or aborigines, and we respect that because your name means something. Your name has power. Don't screw up the family name.
True.
Okay? And so right now we keep changing the name. These guys run around with these nicknames, 50 cents, $half, Snoop Doggy Dog. And all this. Come on, people.
You don't know. They don't know the vibration. They don't know the vibration. They don't know that. They don't know they gotta cleanse themselves too. Because you gotta look at it. Every time you write, we're not paying attention. Every time you open your mouth, right, you're attracting something in the universe. Every time you write, you're flowing with a frequency. So when people look at me and talk about, oh, I can't do it, I hate that word, because you can do anything you desire. The impossible is not impossible.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to realize the frequency and be careful of what we utter out our mouth. And we're inconsistent because our words really don't mean.
It all starts from your ori. It starts from your head. Yeah. It all starts from your head.
That inner head, not the eye, but that inner head.
It starts
Yeah.
from your head. So the
That's
minute you put it in your mind, I can't, it's programmed.
You're
You can.
correct. You're
That's
correct.
it.
Yeah.
You're correct.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm loving it because once again, the worldview of the African American. First of
Oh,
all,
here's this, Baba. There's a Chinese. I was talking to a Chinese dude,
okay.
and I was like, "Why don't you trust black people?" First thing he said out of his mouth, "They don't know who they are. How can I trust a man that don't know who he is?"
And he's exactly right. Like I said on the show yesterday, you change your label every 10 to 15 years, you change your name. How can I trust you? That's like a woman, she get married every 5, she change up every 5 years. Now, what the hell is her name? How she gonna go in and say who she is? And she got a long list of names. She been married 11 dozen times, and she changed names every 3 years. She changed names.
You ever heard the terminology?
She running from something, or she got some shit to hide.
You ever heard the terminology? My name is my name. You ever heard that terminology? My name is my name. But a lot of people are unaware how powerful that is.
Yeah.
You know,
your name is your spirit. It's your essence. You leave out your name.
Yeah.
You have two. You have two. The one you create with your actions and the one you were given at birth.
True.
And the one you're given at birth is a title.
Mm-hmm.
Your name, you earn that with your actions, the connection with people, the amount of lives you change on a daily basis. If you see me walking the way I'm walking and you gravitate to it, that's our vibration and alignment. And there's something curious about that you want, like, hey, Balaji, you know what? Let me talk to you for a second. Let me vibe with you. That's food as well, because I'm ingesting that. And there's a reason why you have one freaking tongue and 2 ears.
One mouth, 2 eyes.
And 2 eyes. See twice as much, hear twice as much.
Speak less. But you know, I'm enjoying this, like I said, but the topic, and we look at us from a global position. How does the world see the African American? Well, he's a newcomer. He just showed up here in 1970. So how you gonna look at him? You know?
No, my worldview on what I want my brothers and sisters, you know, in the Aboriginal community to always, yeah, because you know, it's number one, you have to do away with that label black.
Right.
Do away with it, all right? Because that's a label that was given to you by someone else.
Right.
First, you have to see yourself as a human being. That's number one. You're human, all right? A spirit being. Number two, and the one they really love is, oh, the ancestors were brought here by, you know, they came in here as slaves. Our ancestors were never slaves. Our ancestors were kings, queens,
royalty.
Well, not
royalty.
Even remember this: whether it was king and queen, they were what you call it, casualties of war. Casualties of war, because everybody wasn't king and queen. Let's face it. See, everybody went around with royal, but we got a kingly and royal nature. But we all have our place. We are prisoners of war. In the land, was transported over, or you're in a war over here and got captured. So you're actually prisoners of war.
In your own land.
In your own land.
Definitely.
You know, that's the problem.
Yeah.
My history does not start on a slave ship. Hell,
absolutely not.
Yeah. So let's get that.
Absolutely not.
So
absolutely
why?
Not.
So why is it that I'm 36? I've never been on a cotton field. Yes. Am I a corporate indigent service? Yes. I've never been on a cotton field, right? Mm-hmm. Why am I calling myself a slave if I've never done what everybody else said I was done? Why should I hold that title?
Well, it go beyond cotton. You had tobacco, corn, other things. Plus, you had industry that made you a slave in the industry. But the thing about it is, you had a contract. It was contract labor one way, whether you got paid or not. Unless you own the company, you was indentured servant.
I say to my Aboriginal Niji people, be like this glass.
Okay.
Empty. Because if this glass is full, I can't pour anything else into it. Education and knowledge is two different things. Education is a piece of paper. Knowledge is something you gain every single day. Right?
And don't be indoctrinated. Don't be indoctrinated.
And follow your intuition. Man has intuition and females have intuition. You can everybody on this slide can tell me, we know when somebody's full of shit. We feel it a mile away. Something not right with what he's saying. You're full of shit. Off rip. But guess what? What do? We fight that inner intuition and run with no shit people. Period. And then the thing that we gravitate to is like, oh, Baba looks like me, Balaji looks like me. Okay, what does Baba and Balaji want from me? Because we sell out each other quicker than Walmart sell out on a Black Friday. So you can't tell me you're woke. You rose from the dead, because that's what it means to be woke, right? And you're eating poison. You're wearing poison because polyester is killing you. Food is killing you. The thing that they dropping out of the plane is killing you, right? Your phone is killing you. Everything is killing you. Everything is killing you. And you can't tell me you're within your right mind. Like Rich say, you're just a casual depressed individual. You're a functional depressed individual.
You're functioning addict.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whether it's from sugar, flour, whatever, the number one drugs.
We're sounding straight from the subject, but anyway, once again, what's the worldview of the African American? First of all, the so-called African American got to find a better label that he called himself rather than what somebody else called him, and then protect that and build character on that. That when you say this, it has consequences when you don't respect it.
Get your damn nationality.
First of all.
Then you can become a citizen of the state. Get your nationality. Create one. Or go talk to your great-grandparents. Most of them are still alive.
Some of them don't know who they are either too, because they've been brainwashed, like the brother said a while ago. And I'd love to get him on a Bible discussion. I'm looking forward to it.
I know you're waiting. We're not doing that. We know you waiting. We know you was waiting. He was Elijah, you see how you was setting him up? He was setting him up. You didn't know he was setting him up. I'm like, here we go. No, not today.
No, but you see, when you come to talk on shows like this, you're not just talking, you're trying to educate people. You have people listening, and you just can't be out here spewing rubbish out of the mouth.
That's true. And when you come out, because you don't know who's listening, right?
Exactly. You
can't let certain thing get by, because somebody here that will go with. If it's wrong, you got to bring it to a house and let's examine that.
Exactly. Let's examine it.
You've been programmed to say this. Don't tell me about
something. And we need to eliminate the actual importance of feeling important. It's okay if I don't know something and you have the knowledge. I come, yo, Baba, where can I find such a Balaji? Where can I find such and such? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Instead of me being wrong, not knowing, you're setting me.
Every fish get caught gonna fight the hook. Every fish get caught gonna fight the hook. When you get to fighting him and you wear him down, get the hook in him. Because a lot of people don't know everything we got has been programmed. You got to get them to see you're not seeing what you think you're seeing. It's an illusion. And that's what I've been dealing with for years. They come and don't tell me about nobody in that Bible, because you can't document none of it.
I feel like
can't even prove it.
You can't even prove it, no.
And I feel like I feel like the biggest evil within the world is ignorance.
Well, I would say stupidity, because ignorance means a lack of knowledge. But to have knowledge and not accept it, that's got to be stupid. Got to be stupid.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
You trying to
No
say?
one,
You trying to say?
no one is blinder than he who will not see. Now I'm showing you that this is a jackass, and you're gonna tell me it's a quarter horse.
You trying to say? Might as well close your eyes if there's nothing further to see.
No, but no, it's no one is blinder than he who will not see. You tell him all the time, but he chooses to see that this is not a horse, this is a jackass. Look at his ears. Look at his ears.
But I think that we need to get to, and like King kind of touched based on it early before he dropped out. You said it early when you came on. Everyone has their season, right? And Balaji touched on it. If a man say he can't, he's normally right. So what we need to understand is that whatever a man believes, he creates. So instead of you aiming to convince that man, the convincing starts with yourself. You don't have to convince nobody. So if he feel he's right, you leave him alone. He's right because he's right. If you look at it from that aspect, he's right. But there's levels to this joint. You get what I'm saying? And every time, the more you learn, the vaster your knowledge becomes.
The question would be then, why do you go to school? To go back, you start out at pre-K, kindergarten, you go to school. Why are you going there?
To get programmed.
Baba, we know.
Okay,
Baba, we know.
And how when it comes to you like that, you meet a man where is that, because we all been there. I learned this. You tell me you believe in this. Okay, why do you believe this? And give me some documentation. If you can't protect and prove what you believe, you like everybody else. You program. Now, if you come to me about mine, I got mine.
Better get yours.
Yeah, you better get yours. But don't bring me your time. You just can't make. I mean, once I got the EFA, you got to go some. You got to do better than that other stuff you bringing.
Hey man, listen. The crazy, we got to get out of all these institutions.
But because it's gonna be hard, because everything you take is always one being born every day. This Corona created more new institutions in a year's time than been done in 30 years.
Now, you mean they weren't wearing masks? You mean they weren't wearing masks before? I thought they were wearing masks before.
In China, but all these new way of doing things and ideas and growth and entrepreneurship, people created new businesses out of their homes that wasn't being done before. The way they educate, the way they indoctrinate now, it's a whole new system. They ain't used to this.
And the big question is, who benefits from all this?
That's right.
And
with laptops, you know, Bill Gates is hooping because all these damn notebooks and laptops that they buy, you know, he's on stock in.
He's open, all right, because he owns the patent. Him and Dr. Fauci owns the patent to the virus, he's open, all right.
You know, oh brother, I mean, I know we're out there now, but this how it is. This is the danger.
We gonna close it out. So I don't know who want to go first. Like we normalize, give a summary of how we feel and what we feel is the best way to aid our people. Balaji, you want to go first?
Let Balaji go first.
My message to my brothers and sisters is seek knowledge, because knowledge is definitely one of the ways to get ourselves out of this mess. Let us value ourselves, value each other. Take away the labels, blacks, African American, African. No, let's take away all that. But above all, let's have a good moral character, because that's something we definitely lack in our communities. The human moral character has been broken, and we have a lot of work to do to get that back. So yeah, that's my closing statement.
Gratitude, King. Go ahead, Bob.
Let me piggyback off that. One thing we want to do, we want to learn to trust one another. We want to build good character. Starting with our young people, we got to change their perception of what a success is. What is success? We got to change the perception on what the world says success is, as what our community says success should be. Let it not be built in materialism, built in how much you have determines your status. Let our respect for each other and love for life. When a man look like me, don't be so quick to want to shoot him in his face because I don't like what he said because you disrespect me. First of all, as the staple singer say, learn to respect yourself and others respect you too. But you can't get none if you don't give any. We're going to have to learn as a people, as Balaja say, take these damn European labels off of each other and find a label that we can wear, that we can embrace and support and protect. That's my message.
True. That's true. I know nobody talks about this, but one of the biggest message for me is let's save our children. There's a lot of trafficking going on right now. There's a lot of women, there's a lot of kids, probably over 30 million plus that's missing. And as a parent, that scares the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? So we need to figure out what we teach our children when we step outside, because I got 2 Amber Alerts before I started this live. A kid, 1-year-old, was just kidnapped. And before that was another one. They're moving them. All right. We got to protect these babies. That's wanted to get that out. And 2, for me, as far as my clothing, my clothing goes, I say everything starts within you, right? You can't show me somebody else and say that's you. You got to know who you are, whether male, female. You got to know who you are. And what you believe is what you believe. But understand that the universe attracts what you say out your mouth. So if you say you can't, guess what? You're right. If you say you can, you're correct, right? Unity is a must, but you have to unite with yourself first. Action trumps fear, period. And until we hold ourselves accountable, we're going to keep doing the same bullshits over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there's strikes against us. Yes, we're dominant, but they make us feel like we're inferior. You're powerful. You're beautiful. Stop listening to them telling you, oh, you're not beautiful, but they go sit on that knife just to blow their ass up in their lip and change their nose to look like you, but they're telling you you're ugly. We have to start strengthening our men. I feel like men are no longer men. And the elders, not all, some, are not teaching or standing up for the younger generation as far as men. Yes, if the father is not in the household, gravitate to an uncle, gravitate to an elder. Look at me. I grew up without a dad, but I don't have father issues. Why? Because I've learned from my elders. I'm a seeker of information. And when you desire something, ain't nothing within the society can stop you. You can't tell me what I can't do. Period. You can't label me, because I'm gonna blow your mind up. You're gonna have me looking one way and thinking I'm looking that way, and then I'm looking many different ways. You can't tell me you can't tell me like, oh, I know him. You don't know me, because what you're seeing is half truth. I grow every single day. Let me correct myself, Baba. I transform every single day. Cosmic creation. And with that being said, if you would like to be a part of the show, follow King Urimir on Facebook, MEN-talRollaDeK on IG, MEN-talRollaDeK on Twitter, MEN-talRollaDeK on Twitch. Like and subscribe at MEN-talRollaDeK on YouTube. Gratitude for everyone that was watching. Gratitude for these 2 kings that sat here and gave us the energy. Gratitude for the kings that passed through and gave us their energy. With that being stated, peace. Love yourself. Know thyself. We out.